working on the Iron Rock off-road long arm kit. So the way this installs, there is a bracket that bolts to the frame rail and is held in place by 3 factory bolts. Then they have a cross member that supports the transmission and a skid plate that goes through here. The way the kit is set up, they have a lot of adjustability to compensate for or allow you to take advantage of space with a body lift or other opportunities to reduce the belly depth of your Jeep. On this Jeep, there is no body lift. Therefore, we have to utilize this 2-inch drop spacer that is here. With this Jeep and the 2-inch drop spacer, we are able to bring the transfer case up and still have a good amount of space above the transfer case all the way around. Smaller transfer case, you may be able to bring it up a little higher. With a body lift, you might be able to bring it up a little bit higher, or if you were in a position to modify and make more space in the floor plans. They also utilize these smaller 1/4-inch spacers to allow you to further customize and drop the depth down. You can stack these as you need to bring them up. So, installing the cross member, on this one we don't need any of the additional spacers. It's simply a matter of taking the cross member itself and locating it onto the transmission studs, or the transmission mount. There is some play front to back to allow this to be positioned. There's also a large number of choices or options in the holes on the mount as well. Okay. And then this is simply a matter of lining up the hole. Pretty sure that needs to be one hole forward. Just make sure you put it in the same holes on both sides. Okay, and so with all of the bolts started, I'm going to go ahead and set the weight down on the cross member so that the cross member can self-center a little bit as I tighten the bolts up. Weight is on the cross member itself. bring this side up to just about snug, and then I will do the same on the other so that everything can self-center. And then tighten them down tight. And just like that, the cross member is in. Come back and tighten these to factory spec on the transmission mount. One of the nice things about this kit is that you have the ability to attach your control arms to the bracketry here, and you can still remove the skid plate, you can still remove the cross member to service the transmission and transfer case. So you don't have to take the whole suspension apart because you needed to replace your clutch or something of that nature. Okay, with the IRO kit, we've got the brackets in, the drop bracket, the cross member. We want to really look for when we're putting this thing in for the last time is to make sure that you're going to have clearance above the transfer case, between the transfer case and the body. On this vehicle, which is a 2004 Rubicon, we did have to do just a little bit of massage of the body pan in order to get clearance between the body and the transfer case. We're in here, we've got about 3/8 of an inch or so between the transfer case and the body as it sits. But as it came from the factory, this little spot here that's underneath the driver's seat was pushed down just a little bit and we had contact. We did that in order to be able to bring the body or the belly pan up about a 1/4 to 1/2 an inch over what we would have been able to do without that adjustment.